This is a book review of Poke the Box. We are Accessory to Success, review a lot of business books here. If you're an entrepreneur, a writer, business leader, owner, you'd probably love our blog. We have a newsletter we send out once a week with book recommendations and takeaways and stories from all these great business books we're reading and reviewing. If you'd like to subscribe to that, feel free. There's also a lot of other book recommendations in this review and the blog post. You can pop over to the website to find links to all of those or buy this book on site as well. All right, let's move into the main takeaway from Poke the Box. In Poke the Box, Seth Godin makes all efforts to convince readers to get started and to take action. Tony Robbins has rightly said, quote, "The path to success is to take massive, determined action." Godin's shortest book, called a manifesto, urges you to initiate and innovate. It is easy to read, contains positive snippets of advice, many quotable passages, and gives you the right kick in the butt to quickly get moving in life. Quote, "Imagine that the world has no middlemen, no publishers, no bosses, no HR folks, no one telling you what you couldn't do. If you lived in that world, what would you do? Go do that." The statement sets the tone of the book, and you delve right into the refreshing, motivational words. You will find that this was the pep talk you needed. Now some bullet point takeaways of what you'll learn in this great book. Life is a buzzer box. Poke it. Just start stuff. Start being an innovator right now. Draw maps. Initiate the new. Be brave. Do not just be a follower of maps. Failure is a byproduct of doing. Failure is a great teacher. Many failures make a winner. Resistance is nothing but fear. Extinguish fear from your psyche. Ego is not a villain. And cost of poking the box is less than the cost of doing nothing. Poke away. Now on to the main book summary. Seth Godin says Poke the Box is a manifesto about starting. It is a highly relevant book for every one of us, and especially the managers and entrepreneurs. It impacts life wisdom in a refreshing way. Take initiative to start, finish, and ship often. Drawing on his childhood memories, Godin came up with the unusual title, Poke the Box. As a kid, his uncle had designed for him a buzzer box. It was a box with switches, lights, and other controls. Poking different switches and controls would lead to different outcomes, like blinking lights, buzzing sounds, etc. This teaches a child that different actions have different outcomes. Another great example from the book on this is a question about computer programmers. Is there any guarantee that they will learn or get good? All programmers learn the exact same way, trial and error. More appropriately for this book summary, they poke the box. It is all this, if this, then that, IFTT. Make a change and see what happens. Make another change and look again. They keep poking the buzzer box until they learn how it all works. This, of course, is a real example, but also a metaphor for any other vocation. Godin urges you to just start. It is more important than being right or perfect. Feel inspired and encouraged to begin taking action. As an entrepreneur, encourage and empower employees to act and initiate action. In other words, poke the box. He wrote another book, more dedicated to becoming important at your work, and it is titled Linchpin. Educational institutions, family, and social environment teach us to follow the norm. We are provided roadmaps in life and told to follow them. As straying may lead to danger and failure, Godin urges his readers to be brave enough to draw your own map and chart your own journey. Do not be a follower, be a leader. Initiate, even if you have little or no authority. Draw your own map, which other people will follow. He says, please stop waiting for a map. We reward those who draw maps, not those who follow them. A wonderful book that drives this point home is about the rise of Alibaba, the house that Jack Ma built. Godin says, the more you do, the more you fail. The person who fails the most usually wins. Anticipate and welcome failure. It is but a stepping stone to success. You will learn a lesson and get better. Failure is rarely fatal. It is the hallmark of a person strong enough to strike out on his own and navigate unknown paths. This person is an initiator and will face challenges like being wrong, being foolish, wasting time, etc. These challenges will only hone the initiator into becoming a winner. Failure is only short-term and temporary as long as you continue to create and ship innovative ideas. A couple other legendary books about failure are The Innovators Dilemma and anti-fragile. Fear takes the form of, quote, the resistance. The best opportunities are lost when we fear. Resistance has sabotaged many great chances. Our lizard brain, from the book Linchpin, is always holding us back. Godin says that about resistance and fear, naming it helps you befriend it, and befriending it helps you ignore it. The purpose of this manifesto is not to magically extinguish your fear, it is to call its bluff. Ignore your lizard brain. Remember that the cost of poking the box is less than the cost of not doing anything. The boundary is in your head, not in the action. To tackle fear and understand how to leverage failure, read the book Anti-Fragile. While Simon Sinek's best-selling book Ego is the Enemy might suggest that ego is a negative, Godin has an interesting take on ego. He says over time the word ego has taken on a nasty connotation. He pushes the reader not to view ego as a villain. He believes that ego is okay. It pushes you to be an innovator. Ego is good as long as it does not seek credit. Tell your ego that the best way to get something shipped is to let other people take the credit. A lesson fully supported by Navy SEAL Jocko Willink in his book Extreme Ownership. Be an initiator wherever you are in your organization's hierarchy. Reject the tyranny of picked an investor, picked from a promotion, picked to lead a project. Pick yourself. Never think of starting soon. Start now. If you enjoy Poke the Box, you will likely enjoy the book Be Fearless, as it is in the same vein. About the author, Seth Godin. Seth has accomplished so much. Author of 19 bestsellers, over 7,000 blog posts, a most wanted marketing guru, founder of several companies, popular speaker and trendsetter. Most of all, he is a teacher. His books have a depth of concepts and have stood the test of time. They have been translated into 35 languages. He founded 2 companies, Squidoo and Yoyodyne, acquired by Yahoo. In 2013, Seth was one of just 3 professionals inducted into the Direct Marketing Hall of Fame. In May of 2018, he was inducted into the Marketing Hall of Fame as well. By focusing on everything from effective marketing and leadership to spread of ideas and changing everything, Seth has been able to motivate and inspire countless people around the world. It is a small wonder that at age 60, his estimated net worth is $60 million. This has been a book review of Poke the Box. We are accessory to success. There's been a lot of other book recommendations in this review. Again, you can find links to all of those in the blog post. If you'd like to buy this book, you can do that on site as well. And don't forget to sign up for our email newsletter where we send out once a week emails with great business book takeaways, tidbits, suggestions, releases, and a bunch of other kind of fun business book related information. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next review.